No, but now it should work. Yeah, I see it works now. Okay. So, as announced today, it's going to be just different to the last few weeks, just because I just recorded a daily analysis, like you know and you get every day, and we are now initiating the Q&A. So the whole idea behind is, first of all, to give me more time to rest weekends, and of course the second, Jesus, I'm really, I'm done. The second thing is to give you enough time to check the analysis, and based on the analysis to place your questions. And that's the whole, actually the whole idea behind. Hopefully, it's going to work out, and it's useful for you. So um, I would like to use 30 minutes from now on, just to see if you're sending some questions. And I see here, no, I don't see here any questions. At least on Discord, I don't see any questions. Okay, that's fine. So let me check YouTube. Some comments out there. Up or down? Yeah, that's the right question, Isan. That's the right question. Exactly. Up or down. Well, it's weekend. It's liquidating time. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish. They will try to liquidate us. Big Sam. Um, Let me start by saying much love and oh, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. I'm a little bit low of energy at the moment because the week was long, hard, a lot of business things to do, and at the same time crypto and my crypto project at the same time. That's really one person, a lot of work, but I love it. I love all of you guys as well, and I will keep supporting you as much as I can. So you are making a question. May I ask, why do you think that is and whether it is the best approach to solely focus on one for less confusing and conflict or mix everything? With mixing everything, you get a lot of conflict among thing and can hinder you from making a decision. Well, the thing is, Sam, that the market has different market actors. It's not a market that just is driven by one market actor, even if we sometimes think, just because of the price action, that we just have one market actor. And those market actors use different instruments to drive the market and also to generate some profits. So the option market is something, for example, that just few have in mind. I have noticed in the past that many are really too focused on TA. No doubt, I mean, that TA is a very useful tool. We have different indicators also related to TA. They were really accurate. Sometimes it's really shocking me how accurate they are. But the thing is, my approach is to follow the flows, not the trends, and also not the history. And if you want to follow the flows, you need to cover every part of, as possible, of course, of the market. Means option trading, future trading, spot. And well, I mean, I'm not checking DeFi, for example, and so on and so forth, because that's another separate view. But I try really to cover every angle where I can detect some trends related to flows. Because the whole market, that's my own definition maybe, but the whole market, gas or oil of the engine, if we would say that the market is an engine, works only with oil and gas. And that's fiat and that's Bitcoin, if we talk about the Bitcoin market. So we need to see if, I mean, we know we can't track fiat. That's something that's not possible, but we can track Bitcoins. Well, we can also track Ethereum, we can also track different assets, and that's part of my flow analysis. That's why I'm also analyzing entities, because they give me also some indications about their flow trends. Less or more balances means they bought some, they sold some, and that's my whole approach, completely different to many others. And I can understand that many are a little bit surprised and they think it's too much data that you are taking into account, and maybe that brings you in a trouble. To be honest, I don't think so. Of course, it's sometimes they try everything to hide the information. Sometimes they try, sometimes they don't care. I don't know. I didn't find out why sometimes they don't care and why sometimes they try everything to hide all these informations. But that's something I have noticed. However, it works very fine. I mean, if we see exchange, reserve exchange related to Bitcoins rising, and we check, for example, the patterns in the past, we also see it correlates very well with nukes or dumps afterwards. If we see spot inflows, many people were blaming or claiming, hey, Inspo, you are bearish because you are always looking to the inflows and not to the outflows. It's not because I'm looking specially just for bearish indicators. It's just because inflows have a different impact to the price than outflows. Because if we get 10,000 Bitcoin inflows, I know they will have an impact in the next 30 minutes or maybe in the next 30 hours, for example. An outflow just indicates me the impact to the price action was in the past. It's not useful to predict or to forecast, for example, any price impact. So, of course, if we see, for example, 50,000 Bitcoins coming in, we don't know who is behind. Is that an internal operation between exchanges? But the same with outflows. 50,000 Bitcoins leaving the exchanges, what does that mean? Who is behind? That's something we can't track. We don't know. I mean, we can track if we have, for example, the transaction hash, or if we have the wallets, like I did in the past, for example. But yeah, it's not the easiest way to try to figure out what could happen next. But that's an approach that I like because I'm doing that since a while. It works very fine. I can't predict every level. I can't say, hey, we are going to 23 tomorrow and we are going to 16 afterwards. It's really, that's really, that's really hard to predict. And that's why I use exchange walls, also part of my flow analysis, because exchange walls are orders. Only the walls are interesting for me, and that helps me also just to identify possible local bottoms, possible local tops, or even some levels where I know we will retrace even the whole market looks more bullish just to trade some strings. So it's a combination of all of it. I hope the my answer satisfied you. Otherwise, just place another question. Luciano, Ripple, ISO 222. Ok, ¿cómo acatará en el precio? I don't know what you mean, Luciano, but I guess you are asking if Ripple is able to moon if ISO 222 is going to introduce by the banking systems. Well, I had actually a little chat with friends about that. I like Ripple. To be honest, I don't have. I know many people don't like Ripple. I don't care. I think I'm actually using Ripple mainly for transactions between exchanges because it's quick and it's really low in fees. And when I'm using that, I mean, and it's really quick, it's obvious that for the banking system, that's a great opportunity as well. Even if it's not decentralized, it doesn't matter. It's just, we don't need to talk about decentralized, centralized, what's better. I mean, we are going to get a CNBC, as called CBDC, and nobody is going to ask us if we like it or not. It's going to be a centralized asset. Ripple is doing a great job. Ripple is very well networked, and I think in few years, I know that, for example, some German banks has to introduce the ISO 222 for next year. Oh, Bitcoin is dumping. Oh, that's not surprising me. And so, to be honest, I don't think that Ripple is going to go to $100. I mean, if you check the supply, it's almost impossible. It's almost not saying that it's impossible, but it's almost mathematically impossible that it's going to make, you know, $100. I have seen $1,000. That's not going to work, to be honest. However, if it makes $3, that's great. That's really great and something that could happen. The question is if banking or the banking system is going to introduce Ripple, and that's the system Ripple and not the token, what place will the token XRP have in that whole system for the banking system? I don't think that banks are going to buy Ripple tokens, XRP, to different prices. I don't think so, to be honest. And that's something that we should also make our research and see what are the opportunities related to XRP. Killian, hey Inspo, at the beginning of your analysis you mentioned that they might mark the price up to 26K? No, I didn't say 26K, brother. Before the next dump, I said maximum 25. Maximum 25 just based on certain options flows, calls and puts at 25, but I never said 26. What are your confluences for this? And keep up the great work. First of all, thank you very much, Killian. Well, yeah. I mean, the aggregated spot and FTX. To be honest, I'm shorting. I was shorting very underwater when they liquidated these high leverage short positions. But well, now I'm in very green zone, so I'm okay. I'm sorry if if you're longing. That's really crap what they did, but that's weekend rules. Mm, so, well, the thing is just based on options. We know that miners are using alternative ways to make money at the moment, and one way is, for example, using option trading. So it makes sense to check the options to see some strategies and to detect some trends. And the trend shows that they are expecting a price at 23 to 25K. That's the thing. That's everything. And of course, exchange walls. If we take a look to exchange walls, they have many exchange walls are between 23 and 25, something we didn't had just a few weeks ago. So let me see. No, sorry, Fawad. What about your thoughts on bottom area of BTC? What is the bottom area, bro? Are you asking what the bottom could be? I don't know. I really don't know. I was wrong with 24K. Since last year, I'm calling 24K, and I was absolutely wrong. I'm very transparent and straight in my statements. If I'm wrong, I will tell you I'm wrong. I don't have any problems with that because also I'm not perfect. I have to learn. I'm learning every day something. So I was thinking 24K because we had a big CME gap there. We filled it, I think, and so I don't know. Some are saying 10K, others are saying 16. I don't know. That's why I'm analyzing the flow activities every day just to see if the bottom is in when the market maker starts to accumulate. That's my personal definition of it. Killian, have you ever used a higher block capital liquidations map? Yeah, I did. And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Can't tell you that. The main point, what I like to see there is the classification of three different leverages. They use the low leverage zone of 25, then 50, and then the highest one. I was using a high block capital. Also, for example, the bot activity map that they have, that's really great. They have really great stuff there. But um, I didn't use that much at the end, and that's why I'm not. Mm, yeah, I'm not an active subscriber anymore. But they have really interesting things. Also, for example, about the liquidation map. But I use the Kingfisher liquidation map now more because I can at the same time compare different exchanges between. So, for example, FTX and Binance. If I see that FTX and Binance high leverage positions are looking different, I know retailers are in play in different ways. But if you find, for example, exactly the same high leverage short position on both, and that wasn't the case today. Today we didn't have that on FTX, but on Binance. What happened afterwards? They went up, they pumped the price to liquidate them, and now we are just dumping. Well, at least we dumped. So it was a classic liquidate high leverage to the top. Also, the question is who liquidate them? I have my own theory. I can't prove that, but sometimes, and it didn't work because I think they are sometimes placing high leverage, shorts or longs, to liquidate them afterwards just to push the price. But it didn't work today. So, in my opinion, that didn't happen. It was, in my opinion, that's my personal opinion. I don't have any proofs or something, but in my opinion, the own someone, an exchange, just liquidate them. Maybe it was CSAT or Binance or whoever, because of course they don't like such high leverage positions. If they are right and they take profit, for example, um, well, you can imagine that's not really cool for the exchange. So yeah. Cody, could you explain what the weights ratio is? What does it measure exactly? Well, what the name is saying you, weights ratio. I need to see exactly because I have tweeted about that, the exact, let me check, the exact definition of it by CryptoQuant, because it's not just, yeah, it's where it is, weights ratio, CryptoQuant, because it makes a ratio of a certain volume. The ratio of the top 10 inflows to the total inflows of the exchange. High values indicates whales are using the exchange in large amount. So, and the good thing is, I will paste that now, because you can use different, I will paste that just because they have different examples there that could be useful. And that's why I said today my, well, where do I find that now? That's why I said today that I guess I'm the only one using the 30 days moving average, because everyone is using a different moving average, and that's absolutely fine. I just have noticed some very interesting patterns, and that's why I'm using that. So there is the guide where you can see and also learn a little bit more about the Wales ratio. And I think I have showed also in the past how accurate the Wales ratio is. Um, so let me go further. Ferns, watch out, Inspos. Sam will liquidate you and acquire your YouTube channel soon. Yeah, I think he is still planning it. Yeah, I guess he will hack my Twitter account and start to bring some bullish tweets. And uh, if you notice such flip, then you know it's not me. Luciano, thanks, Inspo. Ripple at 3 USD could be the goal, but really thanks. Yeah, Luciano. As mentioned, I was accumulating a lot of XRP and sold with a really nice gain, because it was since no, that was November or December 2020, that was at 20 cent or something. And yeah, then last year, of course, bull run top. Well, it wasn't the best top, but it was a nice top. I sold all of them, and I'm rethinking to buy again some, because I like them. I like Atom as well. I like actually all ISO 222 tokens are really good. So third, well, there's a lot of stops at 25K, never tested since the last dump. So if we go there, I imagine a week will go higher than that. Yeah, well, it depends of the capital that is involved then. At the moment, they are really working with less money. I'm noticing that also related to the walls. No big volume anymore, mid volume, even low volume. No big stablecoin inflows anymore. So even, I mean, if that's the bottom, would be maybe the worst bottom scenario in the last 2 years, because it's Well, I mean, even the stablecoin supply is not rising. So it's fact, less stablecoin supply, less money. Of course, we are not tracking USD directly, and we know they can trade on Bitfinex, FTX directly with fiat, even I think on Coinbase and on Binance. I have seen you can buy directly with euros and didn't know that. Of course, we can't track those transactions. Maybe money is still there, but not in stablecoins anymore. That's also possible, something we can't track. Um, Dear Inspo, what about the wallets? Well, let me check and show you what they are doing. Their is taking a rest since yesterday. I have showed that on my daily analysis that and we can see that, but let me check here, that makes more sense. I don't have right now my Epic pen, that takes a little bit. Give me a second or two. Okay, now it's here. So if we see here, the market maker balances lifted up when the price was down, and it's declining now while the price is lifting up. That's something that the market maker loves to do. That's just quick profit. Usually at the end, because he loves to make fake rallies. Last year, for example, with lower lows and even higher lows, he started to accumulate. So the accumulation is here. Okay, you can see the accumulation here. And that's something he is not doing yet. Usually that would indicates me the bottom is not in. Worst case scenario would be he is not going to accumulate. Even if we go up, he distributes even more. That would be worst case in my because then it means they want to exit. But exit. Really exit. Not exit like let us dump even more to accumulate a 10. That means then they don't care about the price anymore. They just want to leave the market. That would be in my case worst scenario. I don't think. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So, in my opinion, what's the market maker indicating me? He's preparing the next dump. Maybe just going to retest our low of 18. Also, some option flows were indicating that. Just a trading zone between 22 and 18. So it's possible we will maintain that trading zone for the next weeks or even month. And if that's the case, we will go down. He will nuke again to 18. He will accumulate there again and lift up and sell at 22. But usually I would expect an accumulation, and he is not accumulating yet. So that's something we still need to wait what's going to happen next. So let us go back to what was, yeah, here, that one. So the next question, and just only a few minutes, guys. Inspo, Bitcoin has the 200 weekly moving average at 22,500. Do you think it's likely to break that resistance soon? Matt, to be honest, I'm not a TA guy, and I know the 200 weekly moving average. Maybe it hurts you, and I'm sorry if it does, but I really don't care about the 200 weekly moving average. I just only care about the flow activity. Um, I know that many of you cares about, and that's fine. But I mean, I know that. I mean, if I would be a big whale, even the market maker, I need to understand the language of retailers. If retailers are uh, what I want to hunt, just only that. So I would try to use Fibonacci, some historical weekly moving averages, just to fool him, to fool all retailers. But in my opinion, we are not, or at least I think whales don't care about retailers anymore, because retailers are not a wave here anymore. It's just between giants here. We are talking about exchanges that I think are trading actively to prevent the worst case. We have big whales extremely bearish and they want to push the price down. Why? I don't know. I don't know if they want to liquidate something, or I really don't know that. And we have whales, they drive the markets and drive the market in the past, buying low, selling the top. That's the thing. That's everything. So they could use the 200 weekly moving average for a deviation, and then to nuke afterwards. That would be possible. 22,500. I think we are very close. If it's not happening today, and I don't think that's going to happen today. I think today it's more the day where they want to accumulate shorts and to liquidate them tomorrow and to push up. I'm still convinced next week, I don't know if Monday or Tuesday, but I'm convinced next week is going to be a red one, just because of SPY. Thank you for your excellent analysis. You're welcome, my bro. You're welcome. Andre, hey Inspo, what do you think when first go up to around 30k and then down, or the other way around? Thank from Romania. Well, to be honest, I don't know if 30k is possible. I just can tell you that option traders are not expecting that. At the moment, the big money is expecting much more a sideway run, so no big sharp price moves. 30k would be very sharp. Many of them are spending a lot of money, and when I'm talking about a lot of money, 1.5 million in premium, just in premium, indicating they are expecting such kind of maximum 25k. That's the thing. So some of them are expecting such kind of 18 to 22. But all those expecting a price to 25k have an expiration until December, so end of the year. In other words, they are expecting until end of the year a top of 25k. Of course, we have other, they are placing also bets for larger price levels, but the biggest money is speculating that until end of the year we will see as maximum 25k. Means we are not going to see 30k then. It would also match to the last analysis by the Deutsche Bank. They were saying that we can see until end of the year 28k. And Deutsche Bank is big in crypto, very big. They are very quiet, but very big. I know that. And actually, they were one, I don't know, it was Goldman and Deutsche Bank who said to the ECC, please, please don't over-regulate the market. Just to tell you what position is the Deutsche Bank happening in this market. So they want to have a light regulation if it's possible. So I guess they're also manipulating the price sometimes. Maybe they are the market maker, who knows? Where ProShares ETF was launched in October, the new all-time high was in exact 3 weeks. ProShare ETF, I think you are talking about the future ETF. Now they launched short ETF. Yes, you are talking about the future ETF on June 21st. So in 3 weeks we may expect the final dip for Bitcoin. It is on the next Tuesday. History, mate. That's historical data, and patterns are always there to break them. If that's enough information for you to trade, go further. And I wish you good luck, but it's not mine, bro. Sorry. Julieta, just like Big Sam said at the beginning of the streams, now I need to read what he said. Ah, okay. Thank you, Julieta. Thank you very much. Arki, low prices on crypto market allows them to minimize capital needed to manipulate market, especially when Fed rates hike. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. With less capitalization in the market, of course, less capital you need to manipulate it. And then even it makes more sense to use futures, for example. You can use different instruments just to manipulate the market, and I think that's it. Tick tock, Mughal. You are absolutely right. Julieta, you are creating a super nice community with valuable people like Robert, Justin, IT, Tech, Oracle, Cat, Boy, etc. I'm glad for you, for us who follow you. You are helping to build a better life for many people. Thank you, Julieta. I really hope. I mean, to be honest, sometimes I'm really a little bit desperate uh, because it's really too much work. Um, but yeah, the people behind are motivating me a lot. All those you mentioned here, and all the followers with all the nice feedback, and also when they sent me in per DM and said, "Hey, thanks. I really, I wasn't guided by your opinion, but by your data. I didn't went long and it was the nice one. Or I didn't went short and it was the nice decision." And that's motivating me because my goal is really not to educate you, but to have a better sense for the markets and to see that markets are not that trivial like sometimes it looks like. Fawad, liquidation just looks empty now. They had done the damage to retail and now it's between exchanges and whales. Yeah, as mentioned, retailers are not a big position here anymore. It's much more about whales and liquidations, high volume liquidations with it's also very attractive for exchanges to liquidate them because, for example, on Binance, what happens to the money that were the margin? What happens to the margin after they wrecked such a high position? It goes directly in Binance wallet. That's it. So, yeah. Julieta, ya lo leíste. Ya, lo leí. Julieta, no desesperes, ya vamos a aprender todos nosotros. No, it's not, I'm not desperate because because you're learning too slow or no, that's not the thing. It's just I'm overloaded with work and sometimes when stress is a big part of your life, it's not ending well. So I need to be a little bit careful at the moment. That's the only thing. But thank you very much for your understanding, Julieta. So, guys, I think that's it. I mean, I said 30 minutes, now it's 40 minutes. I really hope that you enjoyed the analysis and let me check just the Discord if no questions on Discord. That's great. So we are done for today. Give me some feedback if it was a nice Q&A for you and if you like this combination with the daily analysis, also Saturday, with a Q&A later on. I have to optimize a little bit the time management because I have noticed you didn't have that time just to watch the analysis and then maybe to make some questions. Next time I will um, just bring a little bit more time and record the analysis just maybe 1 hour before, so you have enough time to check the analysis and yeah, just to make your questions, and then we can talk about that. First of all, it's for you, but also for me, because I then have more time to rest Saturday and Sunday, and at the moment I really need it. So big love to all of you guys. Be careful, really be very careful. Big love to all of you, and you know, I will tweet as soon as I find anything that could be very interesting for us. Otherwise, we will see us Monday again. So, big hug. Bye bye. Ah, Julieta, es bueno hacer esto por lo menos una vez al mes. Y los restantes sábados al mismo streams de siempre. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We will see, Julieta, we will see. First of all, I need some time to rest, and then hopefully everything is going to work well. However, I mean, when we have the site, the website, Phoenicia, all the thing, many things will change. I mean, I have a lot of ideas, not only indicators. I would like to have a Saturday show, a Saturday crypto show, not 1 hour, not 2 hours, if possible, even 5 hours or something, making some comedy, because, the crypto community is so amazing. And sometimes I read some tweets where I say, Jesus, I could make a gag about that, or some really serious. I mean, CZ and Sam right now, that gives you a lot of food for such kind of things. And I would like to do that, but for that I need to work just less, and at the moment I can't do that. So hopefully in the future I will do that step by step. That's a process. Patience is key, not only in crypto. So big love to all of you. Mm, Stay safe, and we will see us very soon. Bye.